Pensions have disappeared from most companies, and there's an uncertain future in Social Security. So that makes saving for retirement even more challenging for us. That's what we want to talk today with Alex Joyce. He works with Rejoice Financial. It's great to have you back.
Thank you, Scott. Always a pleasure.
So we talk about investors needing to balance their risk tolerance.
Sure.
What does that mean?
It's actually a lot easier said than done. It's actually, to me, in our office, one of those things our saying is we like to get the individual's risk tolerance correct the first time. It's actually very difficult, especially with as interest rates continue to rise, or at least the Fed saying so. That makes it very difficult to have a balanced portfolio in the way of bonds, right? I think, and investors need to know that as bonds go up, as interest rates go up, bonds do go down. So having the old balanced portfolio, 50% equities, 50% bonds, is rather difficult now. So it's harder.
And how does that risk tolerance differ between somebody who's in their 60s and somebody who's maybe in their 20s, just getting going with investing?
Sure, it does. It makes a huge difference. Time, earned income, right? As individuals get a little older, I think that they naturally become a little bit more conservative, or a lot more conservative.
Sure.
We like to look at, still today, the rule of 100. And I think the simple tip would be simply taking your age from 100, and that's the percent left that should be in equities. I think it's also very important to know that equities long-term are the only thing that can hedge long-term inflation. So as tough as this may be to say, there should, at some point, opinion says that at some point there should always be some equities in that portfolio. Being too conservative is a risk.
So far, it's been a good day on Wall Street. The Dow's up 279. But what do you say to people that are dealing with the ups and downs of the stock market?
Sure. One of the most important things to understand and consider when doing the math or looking at someone's risk tolerance is how they're invested. I think the passive investment, or the passive investor, if you will, there's more risk there. Because the only person that can truly make those changes, if you will, is that individual that is invested in that investment passively, if you would. Being more active or engaged, if you will, I think is certainly a way to buy down that risk, have more comfort in the investment, and be able to sleep better at night, if you would.
Alex Joyce with Rejoice Financial, and he's got a couple of free seminars coming up with his company, and we put all that information on WTHR.com. You can find it there. It's on your screen now. Alex, great to see you.
Thanks so much
Scott.
for being
My
pleasure.
there.